Hello, everybody, and welcome to our second race of the 2024 PCS Array Presents the ARCA Menards Series. We're getting set for our second race for the West Series drivers as we're going racing here at the Phoenix International Raceway for 32 laps in the Arizona Casino 100. Avon Murdoch starts on the pole position for today's race. Murdoch got ninth at Auto Club last time out. Nathan Orman finished 32nd at his home race at Auto Club. He looks to bounce back as he starts on the outside of the front row. Donnie Wise, row number 2. He comes this race top 10 of the points. By the way, the points are over here to your right side of your screen. And Greg Rutz, who comes into this race finishing 25th after starting on the pole from last week's race. You can look and see what the point standings look like coming into today's race as we're going to get these cars rolling off behind the pace car. Freya Payne start the points leader, 10 points over Hazel Eveling. Samantha Johnson, 15 back, third in the standings. Brendan Inglewood and Elena Lydia tied for fourth with 20 points back. 24 back is Donnie Wise in sixth. Ari Springer is seventh. Maria Steiner, Avon Murdoch, our pole sitter, and Carmen Alejandro complete the top 10. Getting ready to wrap up our race weekend. Of course, we had the ARCA West, the ARCA East and ARCA Series ran at Michigan Loudon. We're wrapping up with the West Series here at Phoenix. Green flags in the air. We're underway here at Phoenix. Nathan Orman tried to get in front of Avon Murdoch, but was unsuccessful as Murdoch's trying to fight back on the high side. Drag race to the line. Nathan Orman will lead the first lap of today's race, but he just can't seem to get to the bottom of the racetrack as Murdoch is still there. Foreman can get a good drive off the corner here. He can try to clear that Toyota, but Murdoch's still fighting back, and it's really going to be hard to get the pass made. Of course, the sun is out, and it's hot and slick, and these cars are slip sliding around, so it's really difficult trying to get the drive off the corner. As drag race to the line, Orman leads the second lap. Murdoch still trying to get the lead. Pretty good racing so far in the early going. Orman still trying to clear the 0-4, but may not be successful. Now, can he get to the bottom of the racetrack? Yes is the answer. And Nathan Orman has taken the lead from Avon Murdoch. Surprisingly doing it on the outside, which normally the outside is not the place you want to be, but apparently Nathan Orman mashed the throttle going into 3 and got cleared of Avon Murdoch. So Murdoch will slide back in the second. Got a battle here between John Grubius and Donnie Wise. Grubius ended up finishing 15th at Auto Club. Donnie Wise, as I said, got a 7th place result. But the catch is he did get some bonus points for leading a lap. That's why he is ahead of Ari Springer in the standings. There's Greg Rutz, a driver who struggled last time out at Auto Club, checking the back of the field. Henry Martin's back here. Abigail Lynn, who had a struggle of a race at Phoenix, or at Auto Club rather, as they're going 3 wide here. That was Logan Spencer, who was in a 3 wide with Abigail Lynn and Trinity Lee. Rick Witt in the 20. Rick Witt came home in the 18th position in the point standings. So this is not a good result for him, as we got another three-wide battle up here. That's Lydia, Dakota Lee, and Samantha Wilson going three wide there. There's Faria Payne, our winner last week, or last time out at Auto Club. This is, by the way, the second race of an 8-race championship for the East, or for the West Series, excuse me. We have a 10-race battle for the East and 15 for the main series. So it's kind of nice and short and sweet. But Nathan Orman's still your race leader in that 08 machine. Orman is now trying to pull away from Murdoch. Donnie Wise under attack by John Gruvius. John is the younger sibling to Lauren Gruvius, making sure I said his name right in the 60s. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Josh Gruvius. I'm sorry. I said John, not Josh. I do apologize. I'm still learning names here on the West Series. But Josh is doing a good job. Of course, his sister Lauren Gruvius is a part of Daniel Voiles Racing. As Nathan Orman still leads the way here in that number 08. What is his sponsor? It's the Cart Idaho Chevrolet at a Cart Idaho Racing. Nathan Orman trying to get his first career win in the ARCA Series, in the ARCA West Series to be more specific. Next weekend, we have a doubleheader of racing. We first have the East Series race and the main series race from Darlington Raceway. Of course, we first will have go or go home qualifying for the ARCA Menards main series. That will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you will join us for that. Then at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, that's next weekend at Darlington, will be the East Series race. And then we cap it off with the main series race at Darlington. There will be 37 laps of racing. Hope you will join us for that. Josh Grubius all over the back of the Cart Idaho Chevrolet. Josh was 15th at Auto Club, so he had an okay race. Nathan Orman, on the other hand, didn't have a good race, but both teams, both drivers on these two teams trying to either, one's trying to make sure he continues his momentum, the other one's trying to get out of the cellar of the points table. Donnie Wise, even Murdoch has fallen from pole to fourth as Josh Gruby is trying to go underneath Nathan Orman. And all of this battling has allowed Greg Rutz in that 35 to catch right up to this group. So we now have a 5-car battle for the lead of the race. And looks like Josh is going to get by Nathan Orman, so move Josh Grubius to the race lead. Orman's going to lose second, possibly to Donnie Wise. And he's also going to possibly lose third to Ava Murdoch, as Grubius is now in the lead of the race. So we're nearing the midway point of today's race. Logan Spencer, Elena Lydia is back here at the rear of the field. Henry Martin, Michael Brown, who had a Struggling race, 22nd at Auto Club, not the run he was hoping for. Dakota Lee had a struggle race, 21st. This is not the result she was hoping for either. Abigail Lynn, there's Bryn Inglewood, who had a great run at Auto Club. This is not the run she was hoping for. Hazel Evelyn came as second in the points after a solid result. Samantha Johnson, who had a pretty good race, she came as third in points. She's right behind the gal she's trying to run down for the points lead. That would be Freya Payne. Freya Payne running in 22nd, came as race as your points leader. So it looks like the points are really going to get shaken up after today's race. And here comes Donnie Wise to take the race lead. And Donnie Wise is going to go to the race lead. This 7-car from the retired AutoZone Amateur Series last year was driven by Blake Peppers, who, if I'm not mistaken, went to Victory Lane at this race, or in the AutoZone Amateur Series. This is the first time Logan Spencer's in trouble. That's a tough break for Logan Spencer. That is, let's see, where did he come in this race? He finished 26th, so this is 2 weeks in a row for Logan Spencer. So he's not going to have a good points finish as a result. But what I was getting ready to say was, the 7-car Blake Peppers did go to Victory Lane, but I can't remember what track it was in the AutoZone Amateur Series. But this is the first West Series race at Phoenix because, well, there's no stats because this is the first year this series is racing at Phoenix. So there you go. Donnie Wise still leading. Josh Grubius in second. Nathan Orman, Greg Rutz. Avon Burdock has dropped to fifth. Maxie Chilton. Haven't talked much about Maxie. He's hoping to have, let's see, Maxie came into this race 17th after a okay race at Auto Club. He hopes to turn it around. Team owner Frank said that Maxie needs a solid result after an okay race at Auto Club. Logan Spencer has returned to the race, but he's going to be several laps down, so not sure what was the issue on that number 18 machine. That is, however, a tough break for him. Tim Sauce is 8th, Sarah Costello is 9th, and Hallie Martindale complete the top 10. Sarah Costello is going to be running full-time here in the West Series. She was going to be running a part-time schedule, but the driver who was going to be in this ride, apparently that deal fell through, so Sarah Costello, former Truck Series driver for DVR, will be driving that 45 full-time. A couple of drivers I've not talked about on here that we talked about last week. Let's see, Tatiana Guerra. Is she in this race or no? I don't think Tatiana Guerra is in this. Let me double check. No, she is not. Yeah, Tatiana Guerra is not in this series. I believe she's in the East Series. And she'll be racing, of course, at Darlington. We'll see her next week, as well as the other East Series drivers. Tatiana Guerra is only expected to run, I believe, 4 races in the West Series, which her first start in the West Series, according to my schedule I wrote on my Discord, she won't be racing until we go to Sonoma. She'll be only running the last 4 races of this series. This series will have a very long vacation because next week it will only be East and Maine for the next couple of weeks, which we go next week to. Next week is Darlington, Martinsville. And then we'll just have Maine ARCA from Memphis. Or ARCA East will head to Dover when we head to Memphis. Or actually, let me rephrase the sentence. Memphis is getting swapped with Dover. That will be interesting. So this is like the first of a couple of combination races we're going to have for the West or for the East Series, excuse me. Pretty good racing we're going to see as we're coming down to 2 laps of racing to go, and nobody has even touched the Rise Up Toyota of Donnie Wise. John Grubius in second, and no matter if Nathan Orman wins this race or not, this is a well-needed run for Ormy after his home race didn't go the way he wanted, but he still has one more race in California we got coming up. That will be the road course race at Sonoma. And I may put Talladega before Charlotte before too long, so yeah. White flag is in the air. One more lap to go for Donnie Wise as he's leading. He's led this entire race, and we have not had a caution so far. Nicely clean 32 laps we've had here today. By the way, I apologize for the issues in the E Series with the crappy deal as far as the racing because my recording took a crap. But anyway, here we go. Drag race to the line. Josh Grubius or Donnie Wise. It's going to be Donnie Wise who will win the Arizona Casino 100 here today at Phoenix. Standings are official. Let's hope my stupid... Oh, good. Thank God my export didn't become a derping hyena. Donnie Wise will get the win. Of course, he was top 10 in the points. He'll remain top 10 in the points. Josh Grubius, got second. Nathan Orman, 32nd after Auto Club, will move his way through the points table. Greg Rudd's fourth. Avon Murdoch went from pole to fifth. Nick Martin gets sixth. Maxie Chilton seventh. Sarah Costello eighth. Carlos Rodriguez ninth, and Tim Sauce will complete your top 10. Top 15 was completed by Ari Springer. Hadley Martindale didn't talk much about her. Same with Trent. Well, talked a little bit about Trinity Lee. Sylvia Cunningham and Alex Senvitali. I'm still trying to get used to saying that name. Samantha Johnson, Alexander Underwood, Jocelyn Hawkins, Carmen Alejandro, and Skylar Taylor were your top 20. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, a couple of drivers who had good runs at Auto Club going to take some hits in the standings, like Hazel Eveling, second in points, 27th. Samantha Johnson, by the way, was 16th. She was third in the standings. Freya Payne, 21st, came this race as your points leader. Logan Spencer is going to be near the bottom of the points table after his struggles here today. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. On the other side of the break, your point standings after today's race. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages. And welcome back, everybody. After a very exciting race, of course, Donnie Wise with his win took the points lead. Ava Murdoch second. Josh Grubius, Ari Springer, Samantha Johnson, Freya Payne dropped 5 spots down to 6. Nick Martin, Sarah Casella, Maxie Chilton, and Hadley Martindale, your top 10. There's the rest of your point standings on your screen. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race from Phoenix. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Rate Crew today. We showed your full finish results. You're looking on your screen, your point standings heading into your next West Series race, which will be a very long time from now. Their next race is Las Vegas. That will be in about 3 or 4 weeks from now. So it'll be just ARCA and ARCA East you'll see until we have our third race of the season for the West Series. We'll see you guys next time for Darlington Raceway. Until then, I've been DeVille signing off. You've been watching another broadcast courtesy of PCS Ray TV as we celebrate 14 years as the best in racing around the world since 2017.